Belarus uses gunshots to force migrants over the border, says Human Rights Monitor.
Here's a summary of the article.
A human rights monitor at the Lithuanian parliament recorded flares and gunshots used by Belarusians to force migrants over the border into Lithuania. Belarusian officers fired flares into the air and monitored our officers from towers and while hiding in the forest, Vytautas Valentinovi. IUS, the Human Rights Bureau chief at the Seimas Ombudsman's office, wrote in a post on Facebook. A woman with a child begins moving toward Lithuania. She is not swayed by shouts from the officers. I hear over the radio, "Deter, do not let her enter." The mother with the child is not afraid of the dog, and asks to be admitted into Lithuania while hugging a child, to show mercy. According to Valentinovi, IUS, Belarusian border guards used gunshots to force people over the border. Unable to return the people to Belarus in the same place, Lithuanian officers put them on a bus and take them to the 125 to 126 border sign where the people are led by shouts, "Go, go," toward Belarus. The people slowly move toward Belarus with shouts from border officers and the military. Valentinovi, IUS noted in the post that Lithuanian border guards did not use violence against the migrants.
This post received a score of 5,200, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
This is nothing else other than Belarusian government using people from the third world, who likely have poor understand of the situation, as human weapons. This is human trafficking, but even worse somehow.
Belarus would be second world.
I think OP was referring to migrants outside of Belarus. Moot anyway, right? Cold War done been over, son.
Sure. We had first Cold War, but what about second Cold War? I'm not looking forward to 11sies.
You mean 11 seconds to midnight?
I'm terribly confused by this article. It sounds like people who want to go to Lithuania were forced away from Belarus by Belarusians, and then later it says they were forced back over the border, and then later it says they were transported by Lithuanian buses? I really can't tell what's going on. Who is trying to migrate? Where were they originally? Where did they get forced to go?
Belarus organized migrant smuggling scheme flying them from Baghdad to Minsk and sending to Lithuania in an illegal way. Belarusian dictator did it as a revenge for sanctions and Lithuania's strong advocacy for Belarusian democratic movement. Lithuania responded with pushback policy, not letting the Kurds to get into the country and sending them back to Belarus. Belarus is still trying to force them into Lithuania with their own border guards.
I wonder if Lithuania will be criticized for not automatically accepting all the migrants, the way other countries were heavily criticized.
There's still people stuck between Serbia and Hungary. That's probably the one you're talking about. There's a strip of no man's land between the borders.
Belarusian guards directing migrants.
Migrants stuck at the border between Belarusian and Lithuanian border guards. I guess Lukashenko saw the humanitarian success of Turkey forcing immigrants to the Greek border.
Partially, but the main reason is to force Lithuania to seal the border and not let Belarusians out of Belarus and into Lithuania. Lithuania was providing shelter to Belarusian activists and refugees. Lukashenko would rather rule over a concentration camp than a country.
Greater than partially, but the main reason is to force Lithuania to seal the border and not let Belarusians out of Belarus and into Lithuania. Is this the reason? Belarusians migrate to Lithuania by using legal means and they were given a lot of options, even simplified path to immigrate. I don't recall any public cases of Belarusians trying to cross the border illegally. Right now it's a bit harder given that Belarus expelled a lot of Lithuanian diplomatic staff from Minsk, basically only one person is left, but there should still be options to do so legally.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.